Yo, family, how you guys doing this morning? Elon Musk suggests making Dogecoin a payment option for Twitter Blue service. Again, Dogelon Mars is not the Ethereum, but is the fork to Dogecoin. And when Dogecoin shoots up, where do you guys think Dogelon Mars will head to? You know, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has suggested making the meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin a payment option for the Twitter Blue subscription service. Musk is now Twitter's biggest shareholder. He recently promised to bring in significant improvement to Twitter family. So that's some good news right there, man. And it's not really that much news. Dogelon Mars, he just tweeted out, "I was taught to always have a contingency plan in case my ambitions misfire. My answer, more fuel to the fire, family." You got to stay grinding. You can't stop, because you feel like you have a roadblock or an obstacle in your life. You got to learn how to maneuver around those obstacles. You can't just stand still. You got to keep on going. Break those blocks like a linebacker. You got to break those blocks. So Dogelon Mars, they're going to run it up. And we are going to be one of the 1%ers that help and have generational wealth. So before I even close out this video, I'm going on the Uniswap. And as you guys see, people are still selling. They're still selling. They want to throw a little game on you, which meaning they want you to sell. See, they're able to sell those amounts. And most people say, well, $10,000 isn't nothing. Well, yeah, can you really play around with 20 grand like that? Can you really bring it in and pull it out? You see, they kind of make these weird trades, whereas it doesn't make sense. The price hasn't really shot up, if you get where I'm coming from. So selling at these numbers is really faking out the paper hands. See, they are able to do that. Most people are not able to do that. They're like, man, I ain't even make my profits. I ain't even make what my initial investment was. The game about this, man, is about hodling, holding for long term. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the news for right now. I hope you guys having a great morning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again in the next video, fam.
What I'm doing. It's going to seem weird, but I know what I'm doing, okay? I'm old. I know what I'm doing, all right? So put your age in there. Now what I want you to put down is how old you want to be when you leave this earth. Now I don't care what religion, what politics. One thing we all know, we ain't going to be here forever. There's one thing I can guarantee y'all. You won't be living like you won't be here 150 years from now. I can guarantee you that. You won't be 150, you won't be here. So the real question is, how old are you? And then how long you want to be on this earth, right? Because here's why this is why this is important. Because if you know you're not going to be here forever, then you're going to treat how long you're going to be here differently. So what happens sometimes when you're young, you think you're going to be young forever. I feel you. I used to be there. I woke up this morning, I was 51 years old. I was like, man, I'm 51. My grandma, I went to go see my grandma, she's 91. I was like, man, I remember my grandma was in her 40s. My grandma 91. Now listen to me very closely. I'm not the don't say no to drugs dude, right? You make whatever decisions you want. You do whatever you want to do. I'm here to tell you though, that you're not going to live forever. And so you have to decide then, if you're not going to be here forever, what are your 20s going to look like? What are your 30s going to look like? What are your 40s going to look like? Now, I'm from Chicago originally, grew up in Detroit. 90% of my boys are not living the way I'm living. They ain't no different than me. As a matter of fact, Bob should doggone be speaking to y'all right now, not me. Bob was the one that got me off the streets of Detroit. I was homeless. Like, for real, for real. I love rappers because rappers be in the studio doing that stuff. I love it. Like, making up stuff. I was homeless, like in abandoned buildings, homeless. Eating out of trash cans, homeless. Bob took me off the streets, brought me to church. I gave my life to Christ. That pastor helped me to get my GED. Then they sent me to college. Took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree because I played in school. I was in college, couldn't hardly read or write. But Bob should be here right now. But Bob is not here because me and Bob at 20, we start making different decisions. So here's what I want to tell you. I don't care what you say you want to be, what you want to do. And here's the crazy part about y'all age. Man, I'm so proud of y'all. Like, y'all the 1%ers. But the crazy part about it is, just because you got here don't mean your 30's going to look like this. And your 40's going to look like this. And your 50. I mean, I wish if you played in the NFL, I wish that whatever your best day was, your best year was, you could just like capture that and that'd be the rest of your life. But unfortunately, a lot of dudes made a lot of money who broke. Now, I'm going to just say MC Hammer, because that's my dude. $30 million wasted in. How you lose 30 mil in 1 year? Easy. You got the same mentality, like you hanging out with your homies and you trying to do right by your homies, but your homies eating up stuff, doing stuff, and now you broke and now you can't. Here's the crazy part about it. Most of the people who lost 30 million in 1 year, you don't get another year to make another 30 mil. Like, bro, wouldn't it be sweet if you had 30 and you wasted it and then you get a second shot and you get another 30? But for most people, that won't happen. So I'm not here to tell you anything but this. What do you want your life to look like? And many of you probably never even thought about it, but the cool thing about it, you got a phenomenal start, right? So I'm gonna walk through these slides real quick. I'm geeked, right? I'm geeked, why? Because I speak for a living. I'm geeked, y'all, I speak for a living. So what does that mean? This don't get old. I got something that I could, if I die at 70, I can continue to do this. At 80, I can continue to do this. The problem with football, you can't do this at 50.